North to Tactical Command. We are inbound on final approach. I say again, inbound on final.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 9 of the Great New York State Fair. We are your Special Operations Response Team, and this is your Republic demonstration for today. You look up on the tower, middle of the way up, on the roof line, weighing in at 225 with a standing tall at 6 foot 1 inches, 25-year veteran of the New York State Police, team leader to our South Central team, with the gift of gab and the hostess with the mostest, Eric Ozzy Osborne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and just like he said, welcome to day 9 of the Great New York State Fair. Appreciate you folks coming out. I especially appreciate those of you that sat through that dog show for no reason other than to secure prime seats for this best show at the fairgrounds, guaranteed not to give you fleas. We are SORT. SORT is the tactical element for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations you would expect a SWAT team to conduct. High-risk felony warrants, drug raids, barricaded subjects, hostage situations, dignitary protection. However, we also perform a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily associate with a SWAT team, such as search and rescue to include triangle rappelling and rope rescue, which is what we're going to demonstrate here today. Our team was formed back in 1979 in anticipation of the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. While hosting the Olympics was obviously a great honor, it was also a great responsibility. The 1972 terrorist attacks in Munich weighed heavily on everyone's mind. So the state police took a bunch of firearms instructors, most of whom were veterans, and then sent them off to the FBI to be trained in counterterrorism tactics. They were called the Mobile Response Team. Since then, our team has undergone several evolutions. In 2008, we changed our name to SORT and became a full-time asset. Our guys no longer work the road. Our team is spread out in 5 regional teams across the state. Each team is responsible for maintaining their own equipment, all the way from the large pieces like that Lenco Bearcat, the big armored vehicle in the grass over there, all the way down to our individual equipment, such as our climbing harnesses. On the front of each guy's harness, you're going to see a piece of equipment. This is called the Figure 8. That's how we control our descent. The rope is fed through that. That top hand on the rope is just a guide hand, keeps us upright. This back one down here by the hip, that's our money maker, that's the brake hand. As we move that away from our hip, it allows that rope to freely flow through that device. That's when we let gravity do its job, and we refer to that as letting her eat. Once we put it back towards our hip, it slows and eventually stops us. But telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. On the left side of the tower from the North Central team, you've got Matt, the Laser Mazer. Safe. And on the right side, also from the North Central team, you've got Trooper, me, Mike Reed. Down here on the ropes, we got the North Central Assistant Team Leader, Sergeant Cole Polio Sheeback. Up in that top window spinning on beach, fresh off his European tour, where he played clubs from Milan to Minsk. Your DJ, Trooper, Brad Chad Whitney! And over by the blue tent, in the black top and khaki bottoms, the detail commander of all special operations, Major Chris Tama. On the left side of the tower from the South Central team, Trooper Adam, the Milkman Polar. And last but not least, on the right side of the tower from South Central, Trooper Tommy, the Nighthawk Perry. Tommy, hold up. Hey man, I'm sorry. That was close. I'm sorry, brother. I totally neglected to tell you before the show. You've been chosen as a volunteer for this next segment.
I didn't volunteer.
Oh, you're being voluntold. All right. So like I said, we control our own descent out there with that break hand. However, as the state fair progresses, our guys like to go ahead and entertain themselves up on that tower. So they'll get that arm out a little bit further, open that hand up a little bit more than they usually should. But you're going to notice throughout this show that this rope is going to develop loops and twists. If you're really letting her eat out there, and you've got that hand open a little more than you should, and one of those loops or twists hits your palm, that rope could pop out of your hand. You lose your brakes on the thruway, that's a bad day on the road, right? We lose our brakes up here, that's a bad day on the ropes. But that's what brings me to Sergeant Sheback. Cole's not trying to be rude or antisocial. He's not showing you his back to showcase his well-defined lats and traps. Hit the infirmary for a band-aid, brother, because you are cut. Cut. Just enough of a response of feedback. As our subject matter expert and ropes guru, Cole has the oh-so-important yet not at all glamorous job of rope safety or belayment. If one of these guys coming down loses their brake hand, Cole's going to pull on that rope, putting friction on their device, slowing and hopefully stopping that operator. But again, telling us one thing, showing you something different. So Tommy's going to do us a favor. He's going to take a couple steps back, he's going to get a running start, and he's going to throw himself off of that roof with no hands on the rope. He's going to flying squirrel it, hurtling towards Earth at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second, till the very last moment. Sergeant Sheback, if he is physically able and so inclined, loses raw power and cat-like reflexes to engage the belay, stopping Tommy mere moments from certain death, or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your whole seat. You're only going to need the edge. This march's going to be awesome. Tommy, are you ready?
Oh!
What? Come on, man, I built it up. You got to get down that some way. Let's go.
He's not paying any attention. I'll just go down the ladder.
It's not a ladder show, Tommy. It's a rope show, brother.
Cole's gone.
Cole's locked in, brother. What do you mean? He's gone. Yeah, it's not Cole. Sorry, folks. Give me a second. Cole, what are you doing, bud? Blending in? Not great. Hey, bud, what's your name? Tyler. Tyler, did he tell you what to do? To hold this. That's it? That's all you gave him? That's the base. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna expound. All right? That was the first part. First part's hold it. Second part's when Tommy jumps, you just pull on. All right? Tommy jumps, you pull on the rope. It's easy. Just tug on it, whatever. First bounce, second bounce, doesn't matter. At some point, just pull on the rope. Everybody stops falling eventually. Tommy, Tyler's locked in. I think we're good to go. What do you say?
No, not at all. I'm good with it.
All right, folks, I apologize. I know dead air is awful for entertainment, if this even qualifies as entertainment. But I've got to have a sidebar conversation with my colleague in private. I apologize. Yeah, Supervisor Talk. Let's meet at the rope. Cole, between you and me, I don't care how this goes. I can tell you don't care how this goes. But if Tommy burns in and Tyler's hands are on that rope, not perfect. Our state fair days are over. Yeah, that's it, dude. No more Tully tenders. No more maple ice cream. Yeah, it's back to meth labs and crack houses. Come on, man. We've got like 5 days left. Let's hang here. Way better. Do you solid? Teamwork. 70-30 which way? It doesn't matter. All right. Tommy, Cole's back on the rope. He's going to do a job. Teamwork's going to make the dream work. Tyler's going to back him up. What do you say? You got two belays now. All right, folks, let's give a little bit of encouragement, huh? To Tommy Molding. Help me count them down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! Very nice. Nice catch. And now they control his descent. They can leave him up there another 15, 20 minutes, make it as long as a scuba show. Or they can just drop him drastically. They're toying with him at this point. And now he's on the ground. And Tyler, for making sure our guy didn't burn in, there's one State Police Trooper Bear, courtesy of the Trooper Foundation over there. They have those for sale and also our spooky t-shirts. Let's hear it for Tyler. Our believer. Nice work. All right, folks, as you can see, it's very easy to end up in a perilous predicament up there. Gravity does not take an instant off. However, if you end up in an uncomfortable or awkward position, as long as you keep your head, as long as you keep your cool, and most important, as long as you keep your brake hand, you're going to be A-okay. So if you look all the way up top, we got Matt and Mike. We're going to come on down. All right, you saw them come down silky smooth in that same standard seated hip lapel that everyone else has used. But now they're going to transition that brake hand from the right to their left. It's going to allow them to go ahead and invert. Now, even though they're upside down, as long as they maintain that newfound brake hand, they're not going to smash face first in this beautifully manicured curve. It's what we call a commando crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they present their feet or other body parts during the hill. Well, once they've gone far enough and seen all they feel they need to see, they go ahead and revert. Reassume that brake hand. And come on down. Complete with a superhero landing, ladies and gentlemen, the invert. Side note, we did recruit these guys academy directly from a synchronized swimming academy. See how those efforts in the pool have really paid off. They form quite the bond. Oh, so you're going to pick up on a recurring theme out here, and that is safety. We're dealing with heights, we're dealing with extreme angles, we're dealing with hard and sharp edges. It is inherently dangerous. Whether you're rappelling, or rock climbing, or even hiking, you could end up in a position where you're stranded, unable to go either up nor down. You have to have the means to go ahead and get to those people. Ladders don't necessarily reach high enough, and helicopters can be counterproductive. Those rotors don't do our ropes any favors, if you know what I'm saying. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Tommy, who's going to come on down. Say Tommy's working his way down a sheer cliff face in the Adirondack State Park, or perhaps Ithaca, because it is gorgeous. He gets himself to the spot he wants to be for a little while. He's going to take that rope and wrap it around his 8. Not once, not twice, but thrice. This is the tie-off. Once Tommy's tied off, he can go hands-free. He can literally and figuratively hang out. He can get his cell phone out, snap a selfie, post it to his MySpace page. Anyone else still running MySpace? Explain my lack of traffic. Let's say Tommy's hanging out up there and a rock kicks loose, hits him in the head. Oh! Didn't even get him that time. Alright, so Tommy's still conscious, so we can't have that. It's not going to be a very realistic demonstration. So we need some kids to volunteer to help. Yeah, that's good. Don't worry about raising your hand. School hasn't started yet. We're not that organized. See that rope that's here for your safety? Yeah, ignore it. Come on through it. Come right on this side. Go grab yourself a water balloon out of the bucket there. Cole's going to go ahead and direct you. You guys can get online and let him eat, all right? Really, let him have it. Get some water balloons, guys. Get some water balloons. There's plenty. There's a whole bunch. Get him, get him, get him. More water, he needs more. Oh, so close. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, one more volley. Let him have it. Oh, that's a good job. He looks good, bro. All right, folks, let's hear it for our rocks. Nice job. organized, returning them. It's been the most orderly crew so far. Outstanding. Good? I'd rather you didn't. We got a road guy out here. Thank you. He chose peace. I appreciate that. So Tommy's been knocked unconscious, but we can't leave him up there. Got a lot of time and money invested in him, and he owes me a Peachy's donut, so we got to get him down. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Adam. Adam's going to work his way down his line. He's going to latch hands onto Tommy, and he's going to hopefully bring them both down to safety. Come on down, Adam. Oh, all right. Choose all our own music out here. It's a bold choice for Adam. Obviously comfortable in his own skin. What? This is not your song? We did talk about it. Cole and I thought this fit the move, does it not? Something with a little more pizzazz than this? PJ, Fred, Jack. But yeah, our tactical diva's not coming down to this. He says he needs something with more pizzazz. You got something? PJ Red Chad's got you. Hold on, Adam. Sorry about those dance moves, folks. Some things you can't unsee. However, as he yells out and comes over, you're going to notice he has a different piece of equipment on the front of his harness. Adam is not running an 8. He's running what's called a brake ball rack. That's going to allow him to take additional weight onto his system. That additional weight, in this case, is going to be Tommy. Before Adam gets to work, he's got to perform a tie-off for his safety. And once he's tied off, he'll reach for that blue strap on his right hip. That's a pick-off strap designed specifically for a rescue. Once he sets that, he'll use a porcelain version and his impressive wingspan to hook into Tommy's harness. Once hooked in, he'll use that strap and those bulging biceps and somehow shoehorns into an extra vegan t-shirt. Wardrobe malfunction. As Adam pulls Tommy up, you see how Tommy instinctively reaches for his hips and legs. We're very close to T. At this point, he has no photos to be taken. Thank you. You see how Tommy's line has gone slack. That's an indication that his weight is been removed from the line. Now Adam is working to secure all of his gear and totally free him from his line. Now Adam will undo his tie-off and hopefully lower them both safely to the ground. Looks like he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick-off. All right, folks, we've gone over basic rappelling, showed you the safety measures we have in place. We have gone over a very small percentage of the rescue work that we are capable of. However, there is also a tactical application of the rope work we're demonstrating here today. Say, for example, if they're a bad guy creeping around these fairgrounds. He snatches up a kid, runs up into that building, and barricades the door shut. Horrible choice of location on his part, but I digress. Got that door nailed shut with the fridge up against it, and he feels real confident we're not going to be able to breach it. Unfortunately for that bad guy, Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We can come in through the window. But before we do, we count on all our other partners in law enforcement. The men and women that you see walking around these fairgrounds in the gray uniforms and the Stetsons, those are the road troopers. That is the most important and dangerous job in division. They are the first responders showing up at these chaotic scenes, oftentimes by themselves, locking them down, getting people to safety. Then they count on their supervisors, investigators, negotiators, and all our partners in special operations, to include aviation, drone pilots, and K-9. When it comes to a mission like this, we all work together and cooperate to accomplish that mission. And once those pieces are in place, we get to do our thing. So if you look up top, it looks like Matt's ready to run the recon. Matt lands very gently on that roof so as not to notify anyone of his presence. Works into a commando crawl, and he's going to start checking those windows for our hostage taker and hostage. It's not our target, Matt. Get out of there. Oh, they better change your heart. Amber's an aggressive. Swipe left, brother. Get out of there. Now he's working his way down. He has eyes in that lower window, and he's confirming that our suspects and our hostage are there. Now Matt reaches up on his harness for that canister. That's a noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashback. That's going to emit a bright light and loud noise that distracts and disorients the suspect while we seize the initiative. It looks like Matt's ready with a bang, and it looks like we're ready for Mike to effect the rescue. Mike's in the window, he's looking for the bad guy. Watch out, he's got a knife. Disarmed. The people's elbow. Oh, no timey boxing match. Uh-oh. Oh, he caught him. Oh no, finishing move for the bad guy, no way. Oh, Mike's turning the table. Get him, Mike, he's getting away. Get him back here. Let's get this guy into custody, Mike. Come on, man. Enough messing around. Oh! Ow. Somebody saw that, right? Oh, good. In custody. He's in custody. Yeah, nice job, Mike. But where's Timmy? Timmy, the kid, the whole reason you were in there, where's Timmy? You got him. Timmy's okay. Let's hear it from Mike. Another save. 7-0 against the inanimate object. He's a real hero. Just ask him. Folks, hopefully you've had a good time hanging out with us here today. Hopefully you can tell we have a good time out here. We take our job very seriously, but not ourselves. We love coming out and working on this awesome tower, interacting with you good people. The State Fair represents a really nice break for us. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business we're involved in. If you look along that roof line, there's 4 sets of numbers. Those are the shield numbers for Michael Strank, Ross Riley, David Brinkerhoff, and Joseph Longobardo. Those 4 men were operators on our team who died in the line of duty. They made the ultimate sacrifice serving the people of the state of New York, and we think it's those guys that deserve a real round of applause this afternoon. Folks, you've been a great crowd. We really appreciate you joining us. Feel free to come forward after the show up to the rope line. We'll answer questions, pose for pictures, tasteful of course. We got stickers for the kids. You can hit the museum and the interactive displays, both very interesting and air conditioned. You know it's not that bad today. And you hit up the Trooper Foundation for all your state police swag. Thanks again for coming, folks, and enjoy the rest of your day at the great New York State Fair.